Hi friends, it's Carol from Crinkled Path Journals, and I thought I'd bring you along today for an episode in my gratitude journal. I haven't worked in this for a little while, and while I try to practice gratitude on a daily basis, I have never managed to journal that on a daily basis. But when something big hits me that I really want to make sure I document and get down, I turn to this journal to do an entry. So this is a lot of the biggies. And some of you have come along for my other pages. This is an altered Campbell's cookbook, and I just removed about 2/3 of the pages and have been doing some collage to kind of represent the area where I'm speaking about gratitude, and then I try to do some journaling either in a tuck spot or on a part of the page. I've got a lot of blank pages still in here, but it's already getting a bit of a gator mouth, so I may have to take a couple more out. And I don't go in any particular order in this journal. I've been having some big feelings, and so it's good to recognize that and find the gratitude in it. And so I am going to journal tonight on this page, I think. I have now officially been retired over a month. And I think this picture is very fitting because not only do I have a little person in my life, a whole lot more, which I absolutely love, but I feel like I am metaphorically at a crawl right now and learning to take new steps. And I'm finding that the learning curve is rather steep right now, and I'm not afraid of that. And I'm very grateful that I have people in my life who are supporting me in my new endeavors and trying to find my new balance. I would spend every day, every hour I could with the baby, but I know that she needs variety in her life. I need variety in my life. And so I do have her 2 to 3 days a week. And the other days I really want to dedicate to the business of making things, creating, being part of this community, and doing well at bringing things in that I have found and collected to the maker's market, to the live sales. And so I would say I'm not surprised that I'm feeling a little unbalanced or like it's taking me longer than it should have to gain my footing, but it's only been a month. So I'm trying to give myself a lot of grace around that, give myself the space to learn the new things I need to learn. A big part of that is focusing on the business aspect of what I do and doing it well and doing it legitimately and making sure I have all my ducks in a row. So things like finding a small business tax consultant who I've met with once, and there's those kinds of new concepts for me that are part of the learning to walk again, because I'm learning so much of all the ins and outs of what constitutes a business and how to make it work with our lifestyle, because we do like to travel, we love to be with family, we like to be with people, we love to be a part of a faith community. So there's a lot in our life that has been put behind us, and there's a lot of new in the future. And I'm just really grateful for the opportunity at my age to retire and change my focus and be able to be there to support my kids and my granddaughter and future grandkids, and hopefully get even more time to be creative and have fun in my craft studio. I am still working. I barely made a dent in the reset because twice now, first, we all got sick. And so I ended up, the first week after I was retired, I ended up having the baby every day because we were sick. And so she couldn't go to her other daycare provider. And now the daycare provider's sick, so she can't go. So I'm back with her more days this week. And so that's made it a little difficult to make some extra videos this week. But it's all good. I'm thoroughly enjoying my days with her. And I'm trying to be in the moment with her, concentrating on that. And she takes a couple of good long naps a day. And so I was able to list some things on the Makers Market while she was asleep today. So it's all good. It's just trying to find that new rhythm and balance. And like I said, I'm really trying to focus on how grateful I am that I didn't have to worry about anything when my family wanted to go on a week-long trip to the desert. We packed up, we invited friends that are like family, and we just went. And I had a video in the can, and I was able to make one on the road, which is, I really love doing those. If you haven't seen the Crinkled Path Less Traveled episodes, they're little montages of our travel and then what I was able to find if I do find something on the road. I love being able to share that with you. And I love hunting around in new areas too. And even though we didn't do much thrifting on this last trip, it kind of came to me just sitting on the side of the road saying, hey, come and pick me up. So that was fun. Fun surprise. So absolutely, I have no complaints about where I am. I'm just acknowledging that change is still change, and change has a component of complexity to it that isn't always pleasant. But I know that God's ordered my steps. I truly believe in every aspect of my life where I've surrendered to him, he puts good things in my path. He's who I trust over my life, and I know that he's giving me strength and wisdom and opportunities and open doors and helped me make connections that are so precious to me. And so many of those connections have happened through YouTube, and so I'm very grateful for those relationships. So it's a big motivator for me to keep being a part of the YouTube community, making videos and doing this, because I adore you all so much. The connections, even just through comments, through collaborations, through our live sale chats, through all these aspects of my life have been so enriched by all of you who watch my videos, who share your talents, connect with each other to really inspire each other and encourage each other. It's such a beautiful thing. And I know I did a whole gratitude page on community earlier, but it's part of this part of my journey right now that is a huge part of my motivation to do what I'm doing. So while this page is very simple tonight, it does really represent to me taking new steps. I'm watching my granddaughter, and she pulling up to stand last month, and now she's holding on and squatting down and standing up and squatting down and standing up, and she's crawling everywhere, and she's exploring, and she's trying new things. And I feel like I'm kind of the same way, but in the learning about the business model. And it is so fun as a physical therapist who worked in pediatrics, worked with children for the last 30 years, to have this opportunity to engage with my own granddaughter and watch every step of her development. Literally, my daughter has said, Mom, you're the journaler. Would you please write in the baby book what she's doing each month? It's not like I'm assessing her like I would a child at work. It's very different now, but it is a beautiful thing to know about development and yet see her unique way of figuring things out. And oh my goodness, it's just amazing to see how much she changes in a week. We've been reading farm books to her since she was about 7 or 8 weeks old. She really was engaged in looking at pictures of farm animals. And I said, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And now she just turned 10 months. When I was talking to her this morning, and she has a little barn with animals in it, and I was saying, "Oh, look, your chicken is in it on its nest and it's in your barn." She looked at me and listened to me, and then she looked at her barn and she reached over and she grabbed the chicken. And I thought, well, that was kind of random. And so then I said, "Oh, and look, your cow is in the stall, and it looks like mommy put a blanket on him." It's a Fisher Price barn, and it has these funny little blankets that are attached to the wall. So when you put the cow to bed, it gets a blanket over it. And she turned right around again and looked at that barn for a minute. And then she grabbed the cow. And no prompting from me, I was standing across the room. I told her mom, she's going to be, when we ask her, she's going to be pointing at things in books now, because she's starting to know exactly what we're telling her. And we do know that children develop their receptive language, what they understand, far quicker than their expressive language, which is them actually being able to tell you what they know. And so it's amazing. Anyway, that's just a bit of where I'm at right now, and I'm extremely grateful and just trying to be very patient with myself and give myself the time and space to grow in this new area. And I can't thank you enough for all your celebration and support over the last month. It's been amazing. And I hope you like the page today. And I hope if you're new here that you learn something about me and that you will share something about yourself in the comments, because your story matters. And I believe that telling our story really helps us. And I hope that you are finding gratitude in whatever season you are in right now. And I hope that gratitude is helping you find joy in that current season you're in. Take care, everyone, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.